Hey, what's up YouTube? It's iSent, and in today's video we'll be talking about my 1 year usage of the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. I'll give you guys the pros and the cons, like how it has held up in the last 10 months that I've been using it, and give you guys my recommendation and even the price as well. So let's get at it. So let's start with the design. The S20 Ultra comes in two colors, black and gray. This one is the gray one. So and the design is a kind of sturdy design. It's made of glass front and back with a aluminium frame, and this is 7,000 series aluminium. So the phone is a little bit on the thick side. It's about 8.9 millimeters thick, so it's a little bit thick, and it's a big phone. It's a big phone, guys, with one hand, you understand. So the One UI, for instance, it makes the elements come down to the screen so that anything you're doing, your hands can easily get around the part you really want to use, and it goes across every part of the screen, every part of the user interface. If I go to settings right now, for instance, I want to get to the connection part, you just need to swipe down and it comes down, so you can access it. So it works everywhere in the phone. It works like that. So it's a very simple user interface, and it has everything that you can really want in a phone. It has Dolby Atmos. This is for your listening experience, and the speakers on this, it has a stereo speaker, and with the Dolby Atmos on, it makes your sound like immersive, and it's a very nice feature to have. It has Samsung decks. There are lots of feature in packed in this software that if we want to start talking about it, it will take us a whole day to finish this. So but then there are lots of features that you can use from day to day. It has reverse wireless charging in it, which can charge any wireless compatible device on the phone. So and the whole software experience is something that I've come to love. And the updates, Samsung has been updating this phone from last year when I got it. They've been giving it monthly security update and a major Android operating system update. So with the software, it's a thumbs up for me when it comes to the software. So let's talk about the cameras. The S20 Ultra comes loaded with cameras. So it has a quad camera at the back, that is an ultra wide camera, which is f2.2 12 megapixel with 123 field of view. 123 degrees field of view is just like the field of view of a human eye. That is ultra wide angle camera of the S20 Ultra. The main sensor actually is a 108 megapixel camera, which when we start checking out the pictures, I'll show you the difference between a 108 megapixel and a 12 megapixel. So it's a 108 megapixel, but it does something they call pixel binding. So it snaps this picture and binds all of them to become a 12 megapixel shot. You understand? But still, you can still take a full-blown 108 megapixel shot on this. I'll show you that later in this video. Then the third camera here is a periscope lens. It's a periscope lens, f3.5. Aperture is a 48 megapixel periscope lens. That is an optical zoom telephoto lens. That is what it does. So the periscope lens is the lens that takes you closer to your subject while retaining a very good quality. So and this is actually a 10x hybrid optical zoom lens. So in the picture and videos you see later on, you see the power of an optical lens. An optical lens is different from a digital lens. An optical lens brings you bring your subject closer and you retain as good as the same quality that you have like the original shot you took. So then it has up to 100x digital zoom, which means you can get extremely close to your subject up until 100x, but then it's a digital zoom. So the optical zoom stops at 10x. So from after 10x, it becomes a digital zoom. So but it does some AI tricks to give you a usable quality. But from after 30x, it starts becoming so much pixelated. But still, you can still see something from afar though. But still, it's not like something you can post on Instagram. So but from the 10x, 5x, they are very good. So when it comes to the camera, then the fourth camera here, it's a depth sensor. This is used for like your portrait mode to enable a very perfect kind of separation from the subject. That is just literally what the depth sensor does. Then when you flip to the front camera here is a 40 megapixel f2.2 camera, which it's capable of shooting up to 4K 60 FPS video, same as the back camera. The back camera can shoot for videos. The back camera can shoot 8K, it can shoot 4K 60, it can shoot 4K 30, 1080 pixel at 120 frames per second. So when it comes to the camera is top notch. So, but let's not talk too much. Let me show you guys lots of the camera sample that we took with this phone. So for the pictures, I'll be snapping the 108 megapixel and 12 megapixel mode. I'll show you guys the difference between both of them, and I'll snap portrait modes, show you some landscape shots. So without further ado, let's take some pictures. To show you guys the video capabilities of the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, I went on a boat cruise, captured some sweet and nice footages. I'm going to show you guys those footages right now. For the performance, the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra comes with an Exynos 990 in the Europe region, and in US you get Snapdragon 865. So I'm using the Exynos 990 version of the phone, and I can tell you that with performance, the performance is okay. The performance is good, very good. I'll rate the performance a B plus, not an A, because when it comes to gaming, like if you are big into gaming, I'll tell you this: if you're very big into gaming, like you're playing graphically intense games, say like PUBG Mobile and like Call of Duty Mobile, all those graphically intense games, like heavy graphic intensive game, you see that if you play it for a long time, if you play graphic games for long, let me say 3 hours straight, you can see that the phone will I noticed that the phone will kind of heat up a little bit and the performance will reduce a little bit, you understand. So if you are very big into gaming, I just want you to know that part of it. So if you are very big into graphic games, it's going to heat up a little bit. All phones heat up, by the way, but I think this one goes up a little bit more. So that is the only issue I have when it comes with the performance. Every other thing, it handles it like a boss. It's a 7 nanometer processor. The GPU, it's okay. Like, the speed is okay. Like, it opens up very fast. It does just like a normal 2020 flagship. How it perform, that's how it performs. So performance is okay, a B plus to like A minus for me for the performance. So if you're not into like heavy games for a long time and all that, it's a perfect performance, and it's a very fast phone, I'll tell you that. So let's talk about the battery life. So with the battery life, the S20 Ultra comes with 5000 milliamp battery. That is a huge battery, but then the display of the phone is very big, coupled with it has a 120 Hz refresh rate. So the battery depends. So if you want to use the phone at 60 Hz, the battery is going to last you comfortably, for almost 2 days. I'll tell you that it's gonna last you for almost 2 days, like 1 day plus. That's what you get. I usually get like 8 to 9 hours screen on time with this if I'm running it at 60 Hz. That's what I noticed. Then if you are running it at 120 Hz, that is the faster refresh rate, it drains the battery a lot more. So if you're running it at 120 Hz, you'll be getting like 5 hours, 5.5 hours to like 6 hours max. That is what I get. So that should get you through a day, no problem. You understand? So, but then if you want more battery life, you have to go with the 60 Hz display. So that is if you want it to last you. But come on, 120 Hz display, the 120 Hz refresh rate is a game changer. Like if you use the 120 Hz, you're not going back to 60 Hz. Trust me. So I've been using it with 120 Hz, and 5.5 hours to 6 hours screen on time. There's super fast charge that can charge it from 0 to 100 in like 1 hour. So like that's some fast charge, not like the fastest because there are phones that do 0 to 100 in 40 minutes. So but this can go 0 to 100 in like roughly 1 hour 59 minutes or so. It charges from 0 to 100, so it's very fast to charge, and there's this consistency. The lifespan of the battery is good for me. It has not degraded, like, I think maybe a little bit, because there's not much difference in the screen on time that I used to have when I got it new and the screen on time that I have now. So that's it with the battery life. That brings me to the conclusion of this review. And if I can recommend this phone, for the recommendation part, I'll tell you this. If you're looking for a high end, like if you're big into photography, if you're big into videography, and if you're looking for a high end, Samsung phone or a smartphone as a whole, you understand, this is a very, very good buy at the current price right now. It's at $1,000 to $1,050. That is what you see it right now, compared to when it came out. If it was when it came out, like when it was $1,400, with all the little bit of flaws that was corrected through a software update, I will tell you not to get it by then. But for right now, after 1 year, it's very, very good. Like there's barely a flaw in the phone right now. Like, the camera is great, the battery life is great, performance is good, the 120 Hz display is a game changer. So for $1,050, if you have the money, if the money is not a problem for you, I will recommend you get the phone right now, which I can tell you that I wouldn't have done if it was last year when the phone has launched. Because come on, who wants to recommend someone to get a phone of $1,400? What can it do? What can it do for you? You understand? So, but right now it has dropped drastically, and you can get it for $1,050. So I can recommend this phone for you if you are looking to get a very good phone that can, last you and that is very reliable for you. So I hope my review help you, to make your buying decision. And with that, I'm calling it a day, and I'll see you guys next time. Let's go.